Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. It appears as though the end has authoritatively started for Diddy in light of the fact that the federal authorities are surrounding him and they are shutting in quick for the people who, some way or another, miss the tea. In addition to the fact that Diddy is being scrutinized by country security, they struck not one but two of his homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Diddy's child, Justin Combs, was captured during the assault, and it seems as though he may be going to prison for Diddy's wrongdoings anyway. Justin's mother, Misa Hilton, is weary of Diddy causing her child problems, and she accepts that Diddy setting Justin up to go to jail is the straw that broke the camel's back. Her promise on the roads is that she is presently addressing country security and proposing to affirm against Diddy to save Justin. Supposedly, she has areas of strength for some on Diddy that would assist the federal authorities with taking care of him for a good kid. It seems as though Diddy is going down for genuine this time, and it's all because of Misa being connected to a dealing examination. He had a few chances of a couple of individuals emerging from the home. Those individuals have been confined now. We're attempting to, in any case, come to an obvious conclusion. We really do have a few sources on scene here that we're getting this data from. We were truly the initial ones here, with around 30 different policing. Basically, there are 3 Bearcats on scene here. I would agree that under 10 minutes prior, we arrived even before the crime location tape came up. So, we're directly down the slope. On the off chance that you look into the road, where Tony is correct now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats. And policing on the opposite side of those brambles, essentially, is that home that is enlisted to Awful Kid films. You all know Diddy is back in the scene, and things are not looking great for him. On the off chance that you all here missed the tea, Diddy, as of late, had 2 of his homes struck by country security and 2 of his Bearcats Christian and got kept and captured by country security. Diddy wasn't at home at the hour of the strikes, and his personal luxury plane was seen in the Caribbean. And one thing that is clear is that in the event that country security doesn't get Diddy, Misa Hilton will, since she is weary of her child, Justin getting hauled into Diddy's wreck once more, and she is purportedly able to make an arrangement with country security. Word on the roads is that she is prepared to squeal on Diddy to save her child, and she won't think back. This isn't shocking in light of the fact that Misa has made it more than clear throughout the long term that she honestly don't really like Diddy personally, or as a performer. This isn't shocking in light of the fact that we know that Diddy used to put paws on her when they were seeing someone even after she brought forth their child in for news. Was children, Justin? Justin, what's screwing you? I the buddy out of from EPS. She is the reason Puff with. Puff, so when I express that, there is no affection misfortune between these, I'm not lying. TMD. Misa has been calling Diddy out for quite a while about how he has been driving their child Justin into a terrible way of life. That as well as first, Diddy for getting Justin in a position to accept any consequence for his DUI in June, last first, 2, all likewise. When news broke that Justin was captured for blaming Misa rushed to hammer Diddy on Instagram and guaranteed that he was really the one behind the year. Justin, she composed, I'm not with no part of that. Unscripted television is when is sufficient enough. I'm not safeguarding nobody any longer. My child and every one of the kids I love come to a Jesus. Second, the proclamation of fish spoil starting from the head intends that, as well as being a significant contributing variable in a family or association achievement initiative, is likewise the main driver of its disappointment, and death reality will set you free. She proceeded with act terrible kid. I used said to need to be a troublemaker, yet I decided to be a sovereign attempt to genuine. I'm noticeably flawed, yet I'm purposeful. I ought to have kept my kid with me. She likewise said, everybody needs to lounge around for quite a long time and carry on like there is nothing amiss with you. This is where the buck stops for me in the event that anything at any point happened to my child. God, disallow what anybody is going to tell me when we, as a whole, know whose shortcoming it would definitely be. Misa was not one to keep quiet when her child was involved, and that is the reason it's not unexpected to such an extent that she is presently attempting to make an arrangement with the federal authorities to save her child. Regardless of whether it implies that Diddy is going to go down to such an extent that she is presently attempting to make an arrangement with the federal authorities to save her child. Regardless of whether it implies that Diddy is going to go down to such an extent that she is presently attempting to make an arrangement with the federal authorities to save her child. Regardless of whether it implies that Diddy is going to go down to such an extent that she is presently attempting to make an arrangement with the federal authorities to save her child. Regardless of whether it implies that Diddy is going to go down for it. Assuming you're asking why Justin is even associated with this wreck, in any case, it's reasonable in light of the fact that he was named in the claim among Diddy and maker Lil Bar, very much like the initial 4 claims that were filed against Diddy. Lil Bar additionally blamed Diddy for unseemly way of behaving, guaranteeing that Diddy purportedly utilized to contact him improperly while he was functioning as a maker on Diddy's new collection Love that was delivered barely a year ago. He guaranteed that Diddy was purportedly attempting to him and would make unusual advances at him. Yet that is not all, since he likewise made charges about Diddy's scandalous gatherings. He guaranteed that Diddy's gatherings were more stunning than what we might see. Ave envisioned, and they were calm unlawful in light of the fact that numerous obscure exercises purportedly went down during those gatherings. For instance, RA guaranteed that large numbers of the ones who were at the gatherings were not ladies by any stretch of the imagination, but rather young ladies, little kids, truly little kids, on the off chance that you get my dress. He guaranteed that there were a ton of young ladies like this at the gatherings, and they were all drinking, despite the fact that they weren't of legitimate drinking age. Yet significantly more stunningly, Ra asserted that Diddy supposedly spiked the beverages of a portion of the young ladies at the gatherings, while he didn't carefully describe what occurred after the beverages were. Spike, we should simply say that individuals don't ordinarily spike drinks, on the off chance that they mean, well, Ra proceeded to guarantee that Justin was purportedly the individual liable for assisting Diddy with finding little kids and carry the M to the party, and that Justin was in overall thing all along and was not a blameless observer like a great many people expect. You makes it really fascinating that Justin was captured and kept during the country security strike on Diddy's. Remember DUI? People who don't have the foggiest idea about the federal authorities have affirmed that the attack was attached to Well, and what do you all need to wager that is some way or another attached to the claim that named Haggles? Definitely it's sort of suspenseful. I won't lie, fans have likewise been contemplating whether some way or another Justin could have a few connections to different claims that have been made against Diddy. Now this is all hypothesis, since none of the different informers reference Justin, except for you, all realizing that fans' minds will roam free. Strangely, Diddy wasn't home at the hour of the strike and shock. His personal luxury plane was seen as being in the Caribbean. As per reports, TMZ has followed Diddy's own Adoration Air LLC stream of the notable Dark Gulfstream 5 that Diddy has paraded and flown throughout recent years, and it appears as though the airplane is at present on the ground in Antigua, which is down in the Caribbean. TMZ continued and said that in light of the flight movement seen by TMZ, Diddy's fly has been wild. California between Sunday and Monday, taking off from Sacramento Leader Air Terminal around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time and arriving at Palm Springs Global Air Terminal about an hour after that, around 7:30 p.m. Diddy's stream took off from Springs once more and arrived at Vans Air Terminal, which is in the LA region, around 30 minutes after the fact, around 8:00 p.m. PT and around 9:00 a.m. PT. On Monday, the stream took off from Vans Air Terminal and eventually arrived in Antigua, so it seems to be this man. He drove his own child into the existence of criminal operations, and when he understood the dig was up, he ran and left his children to confront the federal authorities. I can't fault Misa for squealing on Diddy to save her child, because you all realize that Diddy would have let Justin confront the outcomes as long as he pulled it off and didn't go to jail, as per an inside source. Misa, purportedly, during the time spent facilitating a managed country security proposal to squeal on Diddy and uncover a few claimed subtleties of his different violations in return for Justin's opportunity, this sort of arrangement is more normal than you suspect, in light of the fact that much of the time, subscribe Apple World for more videos.